Yaate everyone! Today, I am here with the video I promised telling you what I bought at SuperCon, which I went to yesterday, and getting there was really hard. So, the con starts at like 10 or 10:30, and we would have gotten there right at 10, but I had to go to a physical to get cleared for sports, because I'm going to try out for swimming when I start high school, which is this coming up school year. So I'm all cleared, I'm all healthy, except the precaution is they don't want me to do any weightlifting, strength building exercises that could cause pain in my heels. But that's not what we're here for. So yeah, we left the physical, came home, got in our cosplays, and we started out. And we left at around 11. And it took hours to get to the convention. You see, the convention center is right by Port Everglades, and it's really hard to get into, so the traffic was horrendous. We stayed for an hour in one spot, trying to get to a corner so we could turn it and hopefully go down to 17th Street through a shortcut that my dad knew, but that was packed, and so plan C, original plan, just go to the convention. That's plan A. Plan B, 17th Street shortcut. Plan C was to go up the north way. Dad is mowing the lawn. Hopefully that doesn't mess me up. So Dad was like, we're going to go up the north way and we're going to try to come from the beach, because he didn't think anyone was going to come from that direction, because it said on the website that you shouldn't, because you'd have to pass the port security. But that was also packed. So it's around like 1 or something. It's about 12 at this point. I don't know exactly what time it is. So what time it was. So Dad decides we stop and we go to the Galleria Mall to try and wait up the traffic. So we walk around the Galleria Mall for a little while. We hang out, we look at some stuff in the stores, and we go to the Dad uses the bat. One of the reasons we stopped is because Dad needed to use the bathroom. So we hang out, we look around, get a few weird looks. I'm sure, like, Dad didn't look too weird. He just had, because Rick is a simple enough outfit. He didn't have, the unibrow and the wig and the lab coat on. He left those in the car, but he had on just normal brown pants and a blue shirt. But he had like hairspray paint. Yes, that's a thing. He had used hairspray paint and put it on his hair that wasn't getting covered up by the wig, so that looked a little weird. And I was in full military-style nest uniform, aside from my hat, which I left in the car, and I forgot to wear the necklace. But that's not too big a point of the cosplay. So we're walking around, we get some food, and then we leave. And the traffic is still not very good, but it's lighted up a little bit. It's light up. And we got much closer to the convention center than we did initially. Our first sign that we were close was a Joker cosplayer coming out of a small convenience store. Actually, while we were stuck in traffic for the first time, we saw a few cosplayers. One of them was the boy with the blue hair from Assassination Classroom. I don't watch Assassination Classroom, I just know some things about it, and I know that there's like maybe, I don't know if he's the main character, but there's the boy with the blue hair whose mom desperately wanted a girl, so she forces him to make himself look like a girl with like hairstyle and dress, but whatever. So we see a Joker cosplayer, and steadily we see more and more cosplayers and nerds, and so eventually it's like a whole procession of nerds going by on the sidewalk. So my dad says, "Get out, I'll catch up with you." So I get out and I join the nerd herd to the convention, and that was kind of cool in itself. Saw some good cosplays. When we got to a parking lot near the center, I saw a kid cosplaying Mettaton, and I yelled across the parking lot to get their attention, "Mettaton!" And then they looked my way, and I said, "You're fabulous!" And they just nodded, like, "Yeah, heck yeah, I am." And I finally got into the center, and it was hot out, because this is Florida in the summertime, and it was great to be in the air conditioning, and I got into the pre-registration line, because they were sold out, no tickets at the door, but we had bought our tickets online, so I got into that line. My dad's still not there, because he's still in the car, in the traffic. So I meet these three people in line, these three friends, two guys and a girl, and we start talking, and once we've gone through and we've gotten our tickets, they actually were nice enough and kind enough to wait with me for my dad, and after a while passes and he texts me that he's in the convention center, they helped me look for him, and that took about maybe an hour. So these are really nice people. I'm so glad I met these people. They're awesome people. So they just were like, "No, we can't leave you by yourself. It sucks to go to these things alone." So finally, after looking around, my we give up, because my dad said he was near some place called the Lauderdale Cafe. But we're looking around, and none of the food places that we're passing outside of in the center, that outside of the actual convention floor, have that name. So we give up, and so they're like, maybe when he said he's actually on the convention floor. So we give up, and we finally go into the dealer hall artist alley area. It's like, that's where they're selling things. It's a convention floor. They're selling things. There are artists, and they're vendors, artists, and this is also where the celebrities are. So they actually see it. We see it, Lauderdale Cafe, and there he is. We go over, and there he is. So I'm like, fine. So it's like, finally! And he says, meet me back here at 6. So I go off with the people I met, and that's when I buy things, which is why you all are here, because the title of this video is going to be SuperCon 2017 haul, or merchandise, or whatever. So, first thing I bought, because the girl, there's company was there, Dragon Pets. I looked online, so I knew they would be there, and they sell little dragon pets. So that was like the first thing we went to, because the girl, she really wanted another one, and we all bought one. So I bought this steampunk dragon here. These guys aren't cheap. This one was $45, because I think he's an adult dragon. They have like adults and juveniles and babies. And they also have like little cages and armor. So I got this guy, steampunk dragon. Isn't that neat? And I named him Gears, because obvious names are obvious. I got him so Blue Streak here, my little tiny baby Night Fury, wouldn't be lonely. So now I have 2. I've got 2. Yeah, so everybody bought dragons, and we like put our hands in, like, dragons, yeah! And next, I bought a little mystery Rick and Morty figure, you know, like in the box, so you don't know which figure you're buying, for my dad. That was $5, and it turns out it was Summer. So here she is, staring at her phone like always. Cool little figure. But the best thing I bought would have to be this foam Master Sword. It was $25 and it was worth every penny. It's foam, but it's higher quality than every other plastic toy sword I've ever owned. And just look at it, it's awesome. When the guy gave it to me, he pointed it at my neck, and like jokingly, and I took it and I raised it like Link getting the Master Sword in every game. So that was great. Totally didn't match my military cosplay, but I didn't care. I was walking around with it. I'm so happy with this. There were people selling like actual metal, real swords based off video game swords, but I've seen those. My local mall has a shop there, Zen Garden, that has them on the wall, and they're for sale, and they go for like $150 a piece for the Master Swords. So this was $25, and I'm very happy with it. And I would have bought the Hylian shield, but that was also $25, and I wasn't spending $50 right then and there. In all, I spent like $78 out of the $100 that I took to the convention. $75 of it was on nerdy merchandise, $2 was on water. The water actually cost $4, but this was after I was walking around with everybody. After we had walked around after I had walked around and seen the sights and taken pictures with the 3 people that helped me, they wanted some food, so we were waiting in line, and it was near 6 o'clock, and my dad was over there, so I like motioned him over, got his attention, raised the sword up while he walked, and when he got over here, I said, "This is what happens when you leave me unattended. I buy swords." You know, Dad thought the people I was with were like people I knew from school, but they're all actually college-aged, and they didn't know I was 14. Because I'm really tall. So while I was walking around with them, I got this flyer for this games and comic place that serves alcohol. So they rented a booth to do it, so to drum up business for their store. And once he said, we serve beer and wine, I said, okay, give me that. My dad will definitely take me there. So that was when I was walking around with them. But whatever, the story is jumbled. So I met up with my dad again at 6 o'clock. I said goodbye to the nice people. I think their name, I can't remember their names. One of them was named Carlos. And I said, maybe I'll see you again at the next convention. And the girl said, Magic City Con, so maybe I'll go there. Maybe that'll be the next convention on the list. I'll have to see how much it costs. SuperCon isn't cheap. It's a lot more expensive than SuperCon Retro. It costs like $100 for me and my dad. Not cheap. Whatever. So I met back up with Dad, walked around, took a great group Rick and Morty photo. Him, another Rick, Pickle Rick, and girl dressed up as Szechuan sauce. But that was after we found my friend Michelangelo, who went to all 4 days of the convention. So he should be there right now, actually. Saturday wasn't the last day. Today's the last day, I think. It's like till the 30th? So yeah. Or the 31st. So he should be there right now. Yeah, so found my friend Michelangelo, went up to the 3rd floor. Played some Tekken with him, and And we had to, right before we left for the convention, we had to call my mom from Michelangelo's phone, because both of our phones were dead, both me and my dad's. So we were there, from about 4 till, right before 8. Michael stayed till midnight, which I think is when it cuts off, because they're open late, they have the raves and parties and such. So we got some pizza on the way home, so Mom didn't have to cook, and all in all, it was a good convention. Getting there was absolutely horrendous, and next time we're leaving 5 hours earlier than we need to. Yeah, nope, don't schedule things the morning before cons. So, yeah, traffic was bad, but the con was worth it. I bought a master sword and a dragon, and we had fun. Saw some great cosplays, took a lot of pictures. It was really crowded, but that meant that there was a lot more amazing cosplays than there was at Retro. I have nothing more to say. We had fun. Dad enjoyed his first cosplay experience. He had a lot of pictures. A lot of people were asking to take pictures with him. And that's really it. So, thank you for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe for more content kinda like this. Yate, everyone. See you in the next one.